Good morning. Today is Thursday, June 4th, and in math we've been talking about measurement and different ways to measure things. I'm going to go back to something we talked about 2 days ago called capacity. Can you remember the word capacity? It's a big word. Do you remember what it means? Capacity is how much stuff something holds. It's just a big word for that. And I think we watched a cartoon on capacity the first time. So today I'm going to show you another teacher, and she has a bunch of different types of water in front of her. And we're going to look at capacity and talk about when something is empty, half full, or full. Empty, half full, or full. So I'm going to pull up her video, and then we'll talk a little bit more and do our worksheet together. I hope you enjoy it.
This one here, carrying on with our maths learning. Okay, so this week we are learning about a type of measure called capacity. Okay, capacity. So we were talking yesterday that we could use the word capacity or volume. Okay, now in reception we use them to mean the same thing. So when we're talking about capacity in reception, we're talking about something like a container. It could be a pot, it could be a glass, could be a box, anything like that. Okay, and we are talking about how much of something there is inside it. Okay, so we are going to be using our eyes. We are looking to find out and describe the capacity. Okay, now we were looking at liquid. Okay, we're going to carry on doing that today. Lots of fun. So let's get our star words back in our head. Okay, my turn, then your turn. Okay, so we've got capacity, volume, liquid, container, pour, full, empty, half full, nearly full, nearly empty. Fantastic. So yesterday we were having a look at two types of capacity. So we had two new star words. Okay, see if you can remember what this one's called. I'm going to have to be very careful as I bring it over to you. Okay, we can describe the container. Okay, we can describe the container's capacity. So the container is full. Fantastic, because we know that the liquid is all the way to the top. There's no more space, no more room for any more liquid. Okay, and then this one, I could be a bit quicker with this one. This one we can describe as empty. Fantastic. Okay, empty. So this one, I know it's empty because there's no liquid in it. Okay, and this is the only one that you can turn upside down because it's empty, because there's no liquid in it. There's lots more space that could fit something in it. Okay, fantastic. So those were our star words from yesterday. I'm going to move them to the side. Okay, because today we have got three more new star words. Okay, so we are going to start with our container of water. So I have got my water. I put it in a box so you can see I've got my towel down. If you're doing this with it at your home, you're going to need to make sure you've got an adult with you to just check that you're being safe with the water. Okay, I've got my phone so you can see what I'm doing, but if you're at home, make sure you haven't got anything like that around you. Okay, so let's have a look. So half full. Now I've been using this to help me do my pouring because it's got a little bit here, a little tip that I can pour in quite easily. Okay, so I've rolled my sleeves up. I am going to show you half full. Okay, half full. Now, a half just means when you have something, the whole, and you split it into two parts. Okay, so the whole into two parts. One part, two parts. Okay, and they have to be equal. They have to be the same. Fantastic. I knew you wouldn't have forgotten my action. So I've got at the moment an empty container. I've got glass just so you can see easily. You could use anything at home. And I want to show that it's half full. Okay, so imagine there's a line around the middle of the container. Okay, and then I'm going to show you half full. So half means to split into two. Okay, but I'm not breaking my glass. I just want to show you a container that's half full. Okay, so I'm going to pour my liquid. Oh, you can hear it. When I get about halfway, I'm going to stop. Okay, Now, because I'm holding it for you like this, let me just put a little bit more so it's clearer for you. Okay, lovely. So, this one, now you can actually see the top of my liquid there, that line. Shake it for you so you can see. Okay, now this one we say half full. So I've made that line there, and it's almost like I've split my container into two parts. So I've got one part here, one part here. Okay, now those two parts are equal. They are the same. Okay, so half of the container has got liquid in. Okay, now you can see that bit at the top. Half of the container's got liquid in. Okay, this bit has got liquid, and this top bit here, half of it, the other part, the second part, has got spare space inside it. Okay, so there's more room there that I could add some more liquid in. Okay, so that's the important part. So this one we say half full. We know it's half full because one part, exactly half, is filled with liquid, the other half has not got liquid in. Okay, so this part, there's more room in there. Okay, so this one we say half full. Lovely. Now if I put it down, let's see. Let me move that one to the side, make sure we're being safe with our water. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is called nearly empty. Okay, now if you remember before, empty is when there's nothing in it. Okay, so if it's nearly empty, okay, that means there's a little bit of liquid in it. Okay, so let me show you. I'm going to stop there. Okay, so this one, and actually I might pour a little bit out here. So you can see I've got just a little bit of water, okay, some liquid, okay. So my liquid is closer to the bottom, okay, there's just a little bit of liquid. It's closer to the bottom. There's not as much liquid as half full, okay, so it's less than half full, okay. I've just got a little bit of liquid. It's closer to being empty than it is to being full nearly at the top. Okay, so I've got just a little bit of liquid, closer to empty. There's more space in the container, okay, here, than the liquid. Okay, so just a little bit of liquid, a lot more space. Okay, so that one we say nearly empty. Fantastic. Now, the next one, the last start word from today, okay, is called nearly full. Fantastic. So this one, starting with my empty glass, it's got nothing in it. I'm going to fill up the glass so it's nearly full. Okay, I'm going to pour. Now, I thought it was going to overflow. Nearly full, okay, means that it's more full. If I show you half full again, it's more full than half full, but it's not all the way up to the top like my full container. So this one we say is nearly full. Can you say that? Nearly full. So we can see there's quite a lot of liquid. It's almost at the top, okay, but there's still some space at the top, okay. So we just say with this one, it's nearly full. Fantastic. Okay, so I've got all of my different capacities now. I'm going to put my box of liquid, my box of coloured water, is quite heavy actually, on the floor, and I'm just going to show you those three new capacities that we've been doing today. Okay, so we have got half full. Okay, so this one, I'm going to pop it down so you can see. This one has got two parts to it. So half, the bottom bit has got liquid in, okay. It's got liquid, and the top part, the second part, has got space. Okay, now what's important about these is that these parts are equal, they are the same. So there's the same amount of liquid as there is space. Okay, so that one is half full. We've also, now this one you could also say half empty, but I prefer to say half full. Okay, so we've got half full. This one, okay, I'm going to put to this side. This one we say nearly empty. Okay, this one is nearly empty because there's a little bit of water at the bottom, but there's a lot of space. Okay, and those two bits are not equal, so we can't say half full. So there's more space, more room than there is liquid. Okay, so we say nearly empty. It's closer to being empty than it is to being full. This last one I'm going to put on this side. Okay, this one we say nearly full. Fantastic. So the container is nearly full because there's quite a lot of liquid. Okay, it's quite a lot of liquid there. And there's just a little bit of space at the top. Okay, let me see if I hold up that, maybe that's clear. Yeah, that's clearer to show you. Okay, my tissue. So this one here has got quite a lot of liquid and there's just a little bit of space at the top. Okay, so I could fit some more liquid in there if I wanted to. Okay, fantastic. So I want you to think about explaining, okay, how you know those things. Okay, so we've got nearly empty, half full, nearly full. So I'm going to do my pointy fingers. I'm going to show you first, and I'm going to try and explain. So I'm going to describe the capacity, how much liquid there is inside the container, and then how I know. So I'm really focusing on my because now. How do I know? Okay, so I'm going to point. Okay, the container is half full because the container has got two parts of liquid and they are equal. So this bottom part has got liquid in it, and this top part has got space in it, so there's room for more liquid. Okay, so I know that that one is half full. Okay, your turn. I'm going to point. Okay. Okay, can you describe the capacity of the container? Lovely. So we say it's nearly full. How do you know? Can you tell me about the liquid? Okay, how much liquid is there? Lovely, there's a lot of liquid. How much space is there? Yeah, just a little bit of space left. Fantastic. Okay, next one. I got this in case it's clearer for you to see. Lovely, so nearly empty. The container is nearly empty because, brilliant, there's just a little bit of water, a little bit of liquid and lots of space. Amazing. And the last one, you probably guessed it, the container is half full. Fantastic, because, tell me about the liquid, and tell me about this bit, the space. Lovely, so we know it's half full because half, we've got our two equal parts. Equal means the same. Fantastic. This half down here, it's got water in it, it's got liquid. This half here has got space. Okay, lovely, fantastic. You have been superstars. So we have got our 3 new star words: nearly empty, half full, nearly full. So you might want to use some water in your house with an adult, filling up a box in the bath, maybe at bath time, or any container in the sink, showing these 3 star words. So can you show a container that has got, so the capacity of the container is nearly empty, half full, and nearly full. Okay, then work on your explaining. So because, how do you know? Okay, well done, superstars. Well, bye, reception children.
So I hope you liked that video talking about capacity, and we saw that she had empty glasses, nearly empty, half full, nearly full, and full. So we're going to do something very similar on our worksheet here today with our pictures. Now, we only have 3 choices. We don't have all of those choices. We have, it says full, we have not full, so that would be either half full, nearly empty, or empty. And we're gonna have to pick one of those 3 spaces. So take your pencil out, because we're gonna be drawing lines to show where each part goes. So let's look at the first one right here. Let's see, it looks like it has a test tube, and I want you to look at the water level right here. Do you think that it's full, not full, or empty? Yeah, I would go with not full, because if it was full, it would go all the way to the top. If it was empty, there would be no water or liquid in it. I mean, if we were gonna go off of what we just watched, we would say it's nearly empty, but that's not an option. We have not full as an option. So we're gonna stick with that. So not full. Look at your next one. So the next one looks like it's some kind of bowl. What do you think that is? Full, not full, or empty? Yeah, I would say full because it looks like the water goes right up to the top. Right up to the top. Very nice. Now we have our fishbowl. When you look at the fishbowl, look at where the water goes. So I want you to take a look at right where the water line is. Look at the top of the bowl. Does the water touch the top? No, I would say it's nearly full, but it's not quite there. So it is not full. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Not full. And we're gonna go down here to this, it's called a beaker. What do you think? Is it full, not full, or empty? Empty. There is no liquid inside of it. Ooh, I can do a better line than that. No liquid inside. And let's look at the bottom part right here. What do you think? Is it full, not full, or empty? This one's a little tricky because it's almost to the top. I would say that this is, you could make the case that it's not full because it didn't touch the very top. But I'm going to go ahead and say that it's full because it's almost there. So we're going to draw our line from full because it's pretty close to the top. Now let's look over here. We're going to go to the other side and look at our coffee mug. Do you think it's full, not full, or empty? I would say full. Yeah, it goes right to the top. And our next one. Let's look where the liquid is. What do you think? Full, not full, or empty? Not full, because it doesn't look like the liquid goes to the very top, right here. And it's also not empty. It would have nothing in it, so that means we are at not full. Next one. What do you think? Empty. That should be an easy one. Yeah, empty. I don't see any liquid inside. Take your pencil and draw a line empty. Okay, looks like we have two more. What about this guy? Yeah, I would say not full. If anything, he looks the closest to being half full. But yeah, definitely not full because he doesn't have his liquid all the way to the top, and not empty because we see there's pink liquid that goes almost to the middle. So I would go with not full. And the last one, right here, empty. Yeah, there's nothing inside of it. So, ooh, I erased my line. Not full. And empty. And that's it. I hope you liked our video and our lesson today, and we will do more with measurement tomorrow. Bye.